be now put.
Sue Moroney.
Very good choice indeed. Because when it comes to debating the name of this bill, the title of this bill, in fact, it causes me to internalise a complicated situation. I've got to say, it does. When I'm contemplating the name and the title of this bill, it causes me to say I'm internalising a complicated situation, because I'm trying to work out, Mr Chair, how I can get the phrase ghost ships into the title of this bill, because I think if we were able to get, sort of immigration brackets ghost ship amendment bill as this, and I should just, so that people listening to this debate understand, I'm talking about ships, S-H-I-P-S. Just want to make that crystal clear, that I'm talking about ghost ships, that if we had that in brackets as part of the title of this bill, every time people looked at this bill when it becomes an act, they would remember the background to what actually brought this about. They would remember that during the Christmas break last year, not the one just gone, but the one prior to that, that it was, I think it might have been the Minister at the time, might have been Simon Bridges. I think it was, who's actually well known for bringing now lots of pieces of legislation before this House that actually don't have a Bill of Rights, clean Bill of Health, if you like. He's actually becoming quite known for that. So it was Simon Bridges, who was the Minister at the time, who said, Look over there. Don't look here at the National Party scandals. Look over there. Somewhere out in the world, a long, long way away, in a land far, far away, there's 500 people on a boat, and they want to come to New Zealand. They want to take our country over. It was like, what is it that John Key says these days? He says, nothing to see here. That's right. That's what he says. Move along, nothing to see here. Well, Simon Bridges was trying to copy that sort of stance. Move along, nothing to see here. Stop looking at the scandals. And I can't remember exactly which one it was at the time, but this government's constantly embroiled in scandals. It's a bit hard to keep up. But there was one going on at the time that caused Simon Bridges to do nothing to see here, move along, look over there, way over the other side of the world. I think, in fact, over Canada was how far away it was. There was a boat with 500 people on it, apparently going via Canada to get to New Zealand, because that's where they really wanted to come. And he was trying to convince New Zealanders that this boat was on its way here, and not only would it arrive here, but when it arrived here, our way of life would be threatened. Our way of life would be threatened by these 500 people. And of course, as we know now, that this mass arrival of 500 people then turned out to be 30 people, and has now been reduced to more than 10 people. So the scaremongering, the whole sort of scaremongering thing that has gone, I think, should be reflected in the title. And I would like to get ghost ships in there, in brackets, but if I can't do that, if we can't actually get an amendment to get ghost ships in there in that way, then I would like to get the phrase scaremongering into the title, because I think that is exactly what this has been designed to do. And I noticed that the members opposite, when there have been members from the Labour Party or the Green Party taking calls, have wanted to bellow and call out and brave from, well, not even their own seats, quite frankly, but that's another matter. But they won't take a call. They won't actually get up and take a call to express their view. They will only yell across the chamber instead of actually getting on their feet and telling us why it is they believe that this is such an important measure that should be taking up the House's time. But they have no way of actually being able to describe that. I join with Jan Logie in looking at wonder in a minister who got to his feet during the debate to sanctimoniously declare that Jan Logie was sanctimonious. I thought it was actually quite comical to see the sanctimony coming from that minister as he sanctimoniously had a go at another member for apparently being sanctimonious. And what was that member being sanctimonious for? She was being sanctimonious for pointing out the human rights abuses inherent in this piece of legislation. Well, I join with her in saying, you know, Jan Logie, wear that as a badge of honour, quite frankly. If that's what it takes to be called sanctimonious by a sanctimonious minister, good on you.
Mike Sabin.
Question be now put.
Question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Noes have party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes are 63, noes 56. I will put the questions. The question is that clause 1 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour. We're going to do this quickly.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes 63, noes 56. The motion is agreed to. The question now is that clause 2 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 in favour.
Mana.
1 opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes are 63, noes 56. Clause 2 will stand part. The question now is that clause 3 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes are 63, noes are 56. Clause 3 will stand part. I will report this bill with amendment presently. Now we've got. Members, we move now to the Legal Assistance Amendment Bill, and the question is that Part 1 stand